Okay, maybe a little bit down. Okay, guys, we're ready for this. Okay, so this is the beginning of, something great, something very, very exciting. Welcome to the IB podcast, guys. Yep, IB podcast. I don't know if you guys can see right now, but we have a couple companies that we hope that they sponsor us. If Landon, you want to talk about it?
So right here we have potato chips, which are from Ireland themselves, and that's a
Yes, I think Jack. Yeah, Jack, you ate all this bag.
Yeah.
They didn't even make it.
They were so good.
That's crazy. And we also have Nature Valley here. Please, any of these companies, if they want to sponsor us, that will be
Publix.
really, really good. And Publix too. We're not going to disclose our location, but we have a Publix really close. Publix in Tampa. Any Publix in Tampa, if they want to sponsor us, that will be really helpful. Man, the stuff I could talk about, Nature Valley Crunchy, and this keeps me energized all the time. So I'm gonna be eating it while we're in stream. Let's check. We're around, I think, nine viewers. I think that's really nice. Definitely for a first stream. So if you want to explain,
What?
what we're gonna start with.
Like, what's the idea?
Oh yeah. So this is the IB podcast.
Yep.
Welcome. So basically,
What's your thing?
what?
Your man's back.
My man's back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That crunching is so loud.
Let's see. We have Rowings. We have Socket Cola. Spend it. You on the chat. Appreciate it.
All right. So basically,
Nice.
the goal of this podcast is to ultimately educate and explain to individuals of all perspectives the concepts surrounding the IB program. We want to provide perspectives from all grade levels in the program, incoming freshmen who are interested in joining the program, individuals who have left the program, IB teachers, IB parents, and individuals in traditional style of,
No, that's reasonable though. It's such a great tip.
traditional style of school. We aim to describe the difference between IB, AP, honors, dual enrollment, and traditional level school. We'll be bringing on different students, not only from Alonzo, but from different schools as well.
Maybe even like other IB schools.
Yeah, IB schools as well. We hope to spark and promote positive impact and interests around the program, as there are many misunderstandings and essentially negative stigmas centered around the program. We also wanted to strain the significance of both the benefits within the program, but also the struggle of being an IB student. And we'll convey our own experiences individually shortly.
So good.
Well,
Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my classes that I take. In IB, once you reach 11th grade.
what's your name?
Oh, my name is Nathan Luddy. We are all 11th grade students at Alonzo IB. In IB, in 9th and 10th grade, you are considered pre-IB students. And then in 10th grade, towards the middle, you get to choose what classes you want to take 11th grade. And so you have to choose 3 HLs and 3 SLs. And me personally, I chose the SLs of SL Chemistry, SL Spanish, and then SL History. And then for my HLs, I chose to do a double science actually, where I do HL Physics, HL Math, and then HL English, which is a class that we all have to take. And then I would say my hardest class is definitely HL English, as like it's just so time consuming. We get a lot of work for that. I feel like most people can agree about HL English.
Man.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about HL English
Yeah, a lot.
later on in the podcast, but
Then my experience for like the first quarter of real IB, I got all A's except one class in English, which didn't go so well. But other than that, it's been pretty easy besides English.
I think someone's saying in the chat that Lud has 0 hours at the end of sophomore year. Why is he here?
Okay, so-
what the heck?
So I just
What
want
are we
to
talking
clarify
about?
some things. In 10th grade, I actually had a lot of service hours completed.
Mm-hmm.
I just had not had them submitted on ManageBack. But then me and Jack, we actually both got a message from our guidance counselor
I love
talking
it.
about how we need to have hours submitted. So we actually went ahead and submitted some, got them approved. So I am not on probation anymore. There's no probation.
Yep.
I'm still in IB. It's all good.
I avoided probation none of my hours are completed. Everything is logged in there though, and I'm now just waiting on my homeroom teacher to complete those hours. But I think he was given more time for it.
If our homeroom teacher sees this, please get Jack's hours done.
My hours and
yeah.
Mr. Hardy, please.
Yeah, we have to clarify a few like allegations. That's crazy, man. You know, that's how wild this podcast is.
Yeah, and then outside of IB, I actually try to do some extracurriculars outside of.
Yeah.
I try to do some outside things out of school. So I do track and cross country half the year. I do each one, and then I do 3 clubs. I do MUN with these 3 people. Diego's actually one of the leaders in that club.
Oh yeah, I'll be talking about that.
And then I do Mu Alpha Theta, which just started up again. And then I
Hold
do
up.
Environmental Club with Landon over here.
Rollins is saying you do not do Mu Alpha Theta quit line.
Okay, so this is not actually true. I do Mu Alpha Theta. It actually just started back up. There's only been 2 meetings. I've gone to both those meetings so far.
Have you gone to, did you go to any meetings last year?
Yeah.
How many of them?
I went to almost all of them, except some that I couldn't go to due to track reasons.
You're catching strays here, Nathan.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's really it.
Okay, my turn. So my name is Diego Garcia. I'm also in 11th grade, and my SO classes, I take SO German, SO Psychology, and SO Math. Now with the math thing, we'll explain that later in the podcast, but there's like 3 different levels. I take middle math, which is SO, Apps, and Analytics. Right? That's Analytics?
Yeah.
I think so. But my HO classes are HO Bio, HO History, and HO English. HO English, as you will notice, all of us have it because it's like a requirement in our school. And my grades have been good. I also got a B in English. I think everything else I did get an A for. And just kind of IB English is hard to actually get an A. It's like she punishes you, and it's hard. But so far this experience has been, for the first quarter, it's been a little bit hard. But definitely it teaches you what you really have to focus on and how to prioritize your time. I think prioritizing your time is a very big deal. And outside of school, I do 2 clubs. I do choir, and I do 2 clubs. I'm the vice president of German club, and I'm the president of the Model UN club in Alonso. These are my members, and yeah, that's sort of all I do. Landon?
So I'm Landon. The classes I take for SL and HL, I take along with these guys. Take HL English. I take HL Psychology and HL History. So my SLs are Psychology, Biology, and language. So I take Spanish as my language. This quarter 1 was very successful for me. I didn't think I was going to do this well because I was friends with a lot of juniors of the 2026 class, which they're now seniors, and they said it was a truly hard experience, so I thought I was going to be the same. But I only had 2 Bs, so I have a relatively good standard GPA. My experience for quarter 1, it was good, relatively simple. I did have to increase my studying habits though than they were, because as a sophomore and a freshman, we weren't actually in the DP program yet, and I didn't really take it too seriously. I did still get good grades, but I didn't study as much as I really needed to. But overall, it was a good experience. And again, English, very time consuming because it's an HL that we need to succeed in, especially for college. But anyways, outside of IB, I'm very involved in school athletics, so I'm on the Alonso track team. I'm in MUN, and I also do environmental club.
All rounder right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Last but not least.
Hi, I'm Jack Berman. I take my SO classes that I take language Spanish, I take math apps, and I also take what is it? I don't know why I'm blanking here. Oh my gosh. Spanish, math apps, and I do SL Chem. And Nathan's in my class actually. And my HL classes I take HL Psych, HL English, and HL APUSH. So kind of the basic HL classes that people take. And my grades, like from last quarter, my grades were okay. I had A's and B's in my classes. I think one of my harder classes that I was surprised I got an A in, I was originally in middle SL math. And that was a class that I struggled with a lot of time, and I think throughout most of the quarter I had a C in that class, but I was able to bring it up at the last test that we did. I got a B on that, and that brought my grade up a lot.
Good job, Jack.
Yeah, thank you. And my quarter one experience so far, it's a lot different going into pre-IB or going from pre-IB to now the normal IB program. I have to focus a lot more of my time on my very difficult classes like HL English and also mostly just HL English. And I think one of the biggest things that I've struggled with is procrastination, and I still think I sometimes do that, especially with a lot of my DJs for HL English and my IO. I did procrastinate a lot on that, but I think we all have taken our IO so far, and I think we all did pretty good on that. Yeah. And outside of IB, I am a part of 3 clubs. I'm a member of MUN, Environmental, and FBLA, and I'm on the Alonzo Golf team also. So, yeah.
Yeah. Jack, do you want to talk about, this will not be kind of in the next weeks, but it will happen at some point.
We will have
a special episode.
A special guest around Christmas time.
Ooh.
Very good teacher. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. Maybe, probably the best teacher in all of Alonzo.
Man, the stuff we'll talk with him, it's unforgettable. I think we don't want to disclose because we want to build up the hype around it, but get your stockings ready, your gingerbread cookies, your Christmas hat ready for that episode because it's gonna be the bomb, right, guys?
Yep.
He's very well known. I've had so many memories with him and in his classes. I mean, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, that's one hint right there. It's a him. So if you are an IB in Alonzo, think about what the teacher could be. As a matter of fact, put it in the comments if you know who the teacher is. Thank you, Public Water, for sponsoring. I'm gonna choke if I don't drink this.
Okay, so I think you talked about the IO. I feel like we might want to elaborate a little bit more on what this IO actually is. Mm-hmm. It is actually a requirement in IB that you have to take at the end of 11th grade, and it's where you just speak for 10 minutes straight with only a couple bullet points of notes talking about 2 different books.
10 bullet points.
10 bullet points talking about 2 different books, and you have to kind of elaborate how they connect to your global issue that you created. And then, so we actually did a practice one at the beginning of this year, towards the end of the quarter. So I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who actually got his grade back, because my class is a little bit smaller, so we actually finished before. And the requirement is to get a 19 out of 40 to pass, and that I got a 19 out of 40, so I just barely passed.
Dude's gonna go to bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
so someone's saying here, Miss Leo hopping on the pod to explain the IO. I think, if someone can tell Miss Leo to, tell them about this podcast, we'll appreciate that. I don't think. Message to Miss Leo. Hello, Miss Leo. We're the IB podcast. If you're willing to, have a 10 to 20 minute segment with us, we would appreciate that a lot. But IO, man, we'll talk more about that in the upcoming episodes. But I think we should just explain, how do we find IB? Because I think the purpose we're doing this podcast is to educate people about IB, because I think we can all sort of relate that we didn't really know what IB truly was about until we got there. We knew a couple things, but let's start with Jack. Jack, what was your experience? How did you know about it?
In 8th grade, one of the old IB director, Miss Romano, came to my middle school, me, Landon, and Nathan's middle school, and kind of just taught us about IB, and I was kind of intrigued, I think, because normally I am zoned for Sickles right now, but I kind of wanted to stay with all my friends, and they were all going to go into Alonzo, so I thought, why not try and do the IB program? So I signed up for shadowing, which me and Nathan also did. And I kind of got to follow around a freshman, and it was pretty cool just seeing how the freshmen kind of navigate through IB. And I noticed that the classes weren't that much different from what I'm taking now, so I really thought that it kind of built my confidence up and made me think that I can really do this. And I think going into it, starting off my freshman year, it was a big jump from middle school to IB, but now I'm seeing that my freshman year was a lot easier than what I'm doing right now, and it was overall a really great experience, just like kind of having people be able to tell me about the program before I go into it, and instead of going into it blindly, not really knowing what I'm doing, I have all these people around me that are telling me and kind of helping me through it.
Yeah.
So it's very helpful.
Lyndon?
Yeah. So I had a similar experience. Miss Romano came to my school and kind of introduced this to me. I didn't shadow. I never think I really got the opportunity to shadow for some reason, but it was ultimately my choice to go into IB, and I really wanted to find something that was new, especially for high school, because it's such a, it's prime of our life, right? So we have to find something that really expresses our true selves, and I feel like not only within education, but just as a person, as a whole, I feel like I needed, not needed IB, but it's just something different, it's a totally new experience. And that's the same thing I want for college too. And it's quite the jump, I would say, if people are interested in going into it. But it is an experience. It's a valuable experience because it really tests you as a person. But I would say overall my experience has been very good with the program. They offer a lot of grace when it comes to things. And that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, contrary to the other two, I went to a different middle school, and I actually don't know if Miss Morano even came to my school. I was the opposite. I really did not know about this program until I really got to Alonzo and sort of experienced it. All I knew is that I had the requirements, which was I think a 3.5 GPA and what was it? Algebra 1. Yeah, we need Algebra 1 and a 3.5 weighted GPA. And to me, I think it just sort of came that I noticed that Alonzo was my zone school. And I just wanted to check the benefits. What was there in Alonzo to, what was it offering me? And I saw the IB program. I looked a little bit into it, and I saw, this really like challenges people. And I think I'm a person that really likes challenges, and I like to just go at it. And I think with the IB program, from the things I've read, it seemed like a really promising thing. There is a lot of, it keeps you very structured, but there's so many different ways that you can develop your learning and like yourself in a way that it just becomes very open-minded. You really have control of like, how do you want to be? Who do you like want to become? Nathan?
Yeah, so I actually found out about IB like kind of early on in 8th grade, and then I went ahead and shadowed, and I believe I had the same shadow as Jack actually.
Oh yeah, we did.
And so I followed him around for half a school day. And while I was shadowing, I actually got to break away from him for a little bit and go see the HL math class, as that was what I was really interested in, since I liked math. Like I really do like accelerating in math. So I it was really cool how I got to go see the HL math kids and how like how much harder it is what they do in that class. And then I also went to the meeting that we had when Miss Romano came in and taught us about it during lunch that one day. And then I was really interested in how you get to choose what classes you want to take, so like you can make sure you really excel in the classes that you are good at, while also not getting too far behind in the classes that you aren't so great at, as you get to choose which HL and which SLs you want. And
Yeah, thank you, Nathan. Joe, just to make sure, I think we can see it right now. We are at 14 followers and 19 viewers. Can we just give that a yeah. We really appreciate that, guys. I think you guys can see in the corner over there by Jack, we have a follower goal. It says 100, but realistically by the end of the year, it'll be more like 50. I think in Instagram we have like 41 Instagram followers. So our goal is, make sure those transfer to Twitch, and make sure you guys put those W's in the chat. Oh, that I think so in the chat. Let's see the chat. What are they saying? Luddy, you don't need that money, bro. Okay.
So-
Oh yeah.
So the IB, the main reason I actually chose IB was because of the Bright Futures. You actually get Bright Futures for college to help you pay for your college tuition.
Oh, full
especially-
100%.
Yeah, and when you're in state, so the college tuition fully paid off. So that was really a strong factor in why I chose IB.
Yeah, I really need.
Yeah.
Bright Futures.
I think everybody does really too.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would deny it because I mean that's why we're in the program. Let's see what else we have here. Miss Morgan collab, yo. This can be like another message, Miss Morgan. Hello, Miss Morgan. We are the IB podcast. You know, if you're watching this, we would love to have you for like a little quick 15 to 20 minute segment. You know, get the head of our program in here. I think Miss Morgan, that's a great idea. I think
Yeah.
that can be one of our upcoming episodes. Wi-Fi a little buzz right now. Let's see. No, I think we're good. Let's
It
see.
might just be you, to be honest.
Yeah, I think most of the people here are doing okay, but yeah, make sure your internet's good next time. But yeah, I think just to sort of like wrap it up, let's talk about the next episode because this sort of first episode we just wanted to make clear, you know, who our members are, the companies that we hope that sponsor us, please, Tato and Nature Valley and Publix. And one thing before that, just so you guys understand how this sort of thing will go, we stream in Twitch, hopefully every other Sunday or maybe every other week. That can be a weekday or in the weekend, right? This will go later to YouTube. If you guys want to catch up, if you're like a super fan, you know, I think I've seen a few fans here in the chat that they really like this, so you guys can see the bot there. Additionally, in YouTube and Instagram, we're gonna put clips. So if you guys see us clip farming, we're not doing it on purpose. We kind of need it, right? But in YouTube and Instagram, you guys will see clips and overall like updates about the next episode. Which next episode, if you want to talk about it, Landon?
Yeah. So our next episode, one of our great friends at Hillsborough High School, he does IB there. So we're really gonna get his experience at Hillsborough IB, but we're also gonna see what the difference is because at Alonzo we do something called dialectical journals or DJs, which is something special to Alonzo. I don't know if Hillsborough does this, but we have our own research period, so we can do our homework. So again, we'll be explaining those differences between the programs, so that we could really get all the perspectives that we aim to have on the podcast.
Yeah, I think he was also one of the other major IB schools, so we're really excited and eager to see what the differences are and sort of like debate about that, you know? I think just outside of talking, we want to debate, get new perspectives. I think some of them be really clear about, we are not trying to make propaganda for IB, okay? We are just IB students hoping to teach other people about the positives and negatives about IB. So we are sort of committed to showing the positive side, but negative side is also necessary so people can see, you know, what is there really to offer. And yeah, I think that's the first wrap of our first episode. Clap it up, bro. Wrap this episode. So yeah, guys, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, go to Twitch, follow us there, put the notifications on so you guys can check our next stream. Same, follow us on Instagram. We will have really, really good, exciting content coming out. So yeah, that's the end. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for